And with 2:09 to go here, Harris checks back in for Twin Springs. Devils with a 6-point lead, 32-26. And we're down to 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Devils held the ball. Clark has to get rid of it. Smith drives down the lane, puts it up, no good. Derek Smith had a good look, but missed the shot. May have rushed it a little bit. Ball put up, good by Milovovic, who has 8 points in this quarter, and it's a 4-point game with 1:25 to go. Down to 1:10. Twin Springs with playing man-to-man. Humphreys drives down the lane, lays it up, good. Luke Humphreys using his speed to go to the bucket, has 4 points in this quarter. And it's back to a 6-point ball game, 38-24 with 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lawson guarded by Smith. Good defense by Derek Smith. Lob underneath, no good. Ball loose and picked up by Robert Clark, as that's turnover number 2 for Twin Springs here in this half. And the Devils, with 33 seconds to go, have a chance to hold for one shot and possibly get the biggest lead that they've had if they can score. 20 seconds to go. Nate Clark will probably be the man that takes the shot, as Clark drives, spins, kicks it down the lane, throws it back in the corner to Hubbard with 7 seconds. Derek Smith open for a 3-pointer shot, no good, rebounded by Robert Clark, put back up, tipped out. Nate Clark gets it, his shot good at the buzzer. Nate Clark puts it in at the buzzer, and the Devils go up 36-28 after 3 quarters of play over Twin Springs. Twin Springs scored 10 points in the third quarter on 4 field goals by Milan Milovovic and a field goal by David Castle. Blue Devils had 14 points scored in the third quarter, so the Devils outscored Twin Springs 14-10. After 3 quarters of play, we'll tell you the Gate City Blue Devils Tournament Basketball is brought to you on Channel 30 by Fairway Ford, by New People's Bank, the State Line Graphics, by TNT Auto Sales, by Weber City Drug Center, by Farm Credit of the Virginias, and by Darty Brothers. As it's going to be Twin Springs ball to start the fourth quarter. Devils have managed an 8-point lead here, the largest of the ball game, 36-28, starting into the final 4 minutes, final 8-minute quarter, rather. As Castle gets it inbound, Vermillion, Will Humphreys, Derek Smith, Robert Clark, and Everett Shepard in the ball game for Gate City. As Harris drives, almost dragged the pivot foot. Now Castle puts up a long 3-pointer, no good. Ball rebounded, and a foul called on Gate City as Ben Dingus had the rebound. Fouls on Everett Shepard, that's 3. 5 on Gate City, and they're going to say Dingus was in the act of shooting. So Ben Dingus, who hadn't scored tonight, at the free throw line. Free throw too strong, no good. Will Hubbard in to replace Derek Smith for the Blue Devils. Dingus' second free throw, good. So it's a 7-point game, 36-29. Hubbard drives, travels, turnover Gate City. As Hubbard got too deep on the baseline, had to slide his pivot foot. Harris brings it to front court, guarded by Vermillion. Lawson now for Twin Springs. Drives down the lane, puts it up, no good. Ball tipped up by Humphreys. Hubbard comes away with the rebound. Shepard now pulls it back out. Smart play for Gate City. Hubbard drives in, kicks it off to Robert Clark, who drives, puts it up good. Nice assist as Milovovic may have turned an ankle. That would be a big blow for Twin Springs. As he went up for the rebound and came down on somebody's foot, looks like. Devils up now by 9, 38-29. I want to make sure it's Milan Milovovic, his ankle and not his knee here. .650 to go in the ball game. Devils lead by 9, 38-29. There's Twin Springs coaching staff out on the floor. Looks like he turned it pretty good. I don't know whether he'll be able to retake it. Walking off now under his own pair with some limp on. It's going to be Twin Springs ball. 6:50 to go in the ball game. Score 38-29. Gate City leads Twin Springs. And checking in for Milovovic is Matt Dockery, number 54. Devils will press here. Castle, baseline. And a push call on Will Hubbard of Gate City. That's Hubbard's third. 16th foul on Gate City. And it's going to be the Titans ball underneath as Will Humphreys checks in to replace Will Hubbard. Lawson, they got away with a travel there. Out of the corner, Castle puts up a three, no good. Rebounded by Dockery, put back up, no good. Rebounded by Robert Clark as he almost lost it. Shepard's going to be fouled this time by Davey Castle. That's his second. He reached in. That'll be 6 on Twin Springs. That'll be the Blue Devils ball side front court. Right in front of the Gate City bench. Devils build the box. They'll cut all that box and ball passed into Clark. He drives the baseline, kicks it into Robert Clark, who didn't have the shot. And he kicks it back out. And the Devils look for a good shot here with a 9-point lead. Pass underneath. As ball loose on the floor. And finally the Devils come up with it. Shepard gets it out to Clark, who's open for three. No good. They're going to have a foul called underneath on Levi Vermillion, I guess. 22. That'll be Vermillion's third. 17th foul, and it puts somebody from Twin Springs on the free throw line. It's going to be Tyler Webb, who will be shooting one-on-one. Webb so far tonight, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. His free throw good. So he'll get the bonus. And it's an 8-point game, 38-30. It's Webb's second free throw in the air is also good. And we have a timeout called by Twin Springs. With that timeout, we'll also take a timeout and be back in just a minute. Back at Castlewood High School, 5:53 left in the fourth quarter. First round of the Region D tournament. Two old county rivals, Gate City versus Twin Springs. The Blue Devils hold a 38-31 lead here. As the Springs have turned up their defense a little, trying to force Gate City out a little further on the floor. Devils content to run some clock here and look for the good shot, the layup. Vermillion dangerously close to stepping on the sideline. Devils have run off close to a minute here. Shepard is fouled as he drove by Harris, I think. No, it's going to be by Castle. That'll be 3 on Castle. 7 on Twin Springs, and at the free throw line to shoot 1-on-1 for Gate City is going to be Everett Shepard. Shepard so far tonight with 6 points on 3 field goals. Will Hubbard in for Will Humphreys of Gate City. Everett Shepard at the free throw line for the Blue Devils. Free throw by Shepard, good. Nice rotation that time on Everett's free throw. He'd have loved to have had that one last Thursday night, I'm sure, at Appalachia. Second free throw also good by Everett. Everett's played a real good ball game here tonight for Gate City. Has taken care of the basketball, only taking the type shots that he should take, those driving shots. There's nobody much on that team any better at driving down the lane than Everett Shepard. 4:35 to go. Devils lead by 9, 40-31. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Robert Clark of Gate City as Harris missed a shot. Hubbard is going to be fouled this time by Brandon Webb. That'll be Brandon's first. 8th team foul on Twin Springs. And going to the free throw line to shoot 1-on-1 for Gate City is Will Hubbard, who so far tonight has not scored in the basketball game. Will's free throw spins out and rebounded by Harris of Twin Springs. Down to 4:10 to go. Devils with a 9-point lead over Twin Springs here. As Castle puts up a long 3, good. Cuts it down to a 6-point game at 40-34. And timeout called by Coach Urban of Gate City with 3:53 to go in the ball game. Gate City with a 6-point lead, 40-34 over Twin Springs. With that timeout, we'll tell you the Gate City Blue Devil basketball is brought to you on Channel 30 by New People's Bank, the T&T Auto Sales, the Fairway Ford, the State Line Graphics, also by Weber City Drug Center, by Doherty Brothers, and by Farm Credit of Virginia. Channel 30 tonight with 2 film crews here at Castlewood High School for this Region D tournament. As Eric and I here covering the ball game for the Gate City coaching staff, and we have another crew here covering it for Twin Springs. One of us will be back tomorrow night, and the other one won't. Blue Devils ball with 3:50 to go in the ball game. Devils probably going to have to make some free throws here. As McMurray is fouled this time by Gibson. That'll be his 4th. That's a 9th team foul on Twin Springs. So Jesse McMurray is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 1-on-1. McMurray so far tonight 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Next Twin Springs foul will put the Blue Devils in the double bonus. McMurray's free throw, too strong, rebounded by Brandon Webb of Twin Springs. Devils got to hit the free throws down the stretch here. Something they've been good at all year. Shot driving layup right down the middle that time by Harris. Good, and it's a 7-point game, 4-point game at 40-36. Shepard drives the baseline, goes up, has his shot blocked, and rebounded by Webb. And the Springs are making a run here. Shepard looked like he had a good shot, but Webb got and we'll have a foul whistled on Everett Shepard for reaching in. No, it's going to be on Will Hubbard. That's going to be 4 on Hubbard. And that's an 8th foul on Gate City, and at the free throw line to shoot 1-on-1 for Twin Springs is going to be David Castle. Castle with 14 points in the ball game, leading scorer for Twin Springs. Can cut it to a 2-point game. If he hits them both, he hits the first one. So he gets the ball. And he hits the second. 2-point ball game, 40-38 with 3:07 to go. Blue Devils had a 9-point lead not too long ago. The Twin Springs fans right in front of us are all on their feet. Nate Clark shoots it high off the board, good. What a clutch bucket by Nate Clark. High off the glass. Gives the Devils a 4-point lead. Down to 2:43. Lawson kicks it off. As Hubbard hustles, tips the ball out of bounds, intended for Dingus in the corner. 2:34 to go. It's going to be Twin Springs ball, side front court, right in front of their own bench as Hubbard has Dingus. Hubbard blocks his shot, rebounded by Nate Clark. Hubbard drives, shoots, good by Will Hubbard. His first 2 in the game. The Devils go out by 6. Dingus drives in the middle, kicks it off. Shot put up good, and a foul call on Robert Clark. Shot made by Brandon Webb, his second bucket of the ball game. And Robert Clark has picked up his first foul. 9th foul on Gate City, and from here on out, whichever team fouls, they're going to be in a double bump. So Brandon Webb at the free throw line could cut it to a 3-point game if he hits this free throw. Score now 44-40. Webb's free throw is good. And we have timeout called by Scotty Vermillion of Twin Springs. With that timeout, we'll take a break. We'll be back for the remaining 2:11 of the ball game with Gate City ahead 44-41 in just a minute. It's going to be Gate City's ball with 2:11 to go in the ball game as Twin Springs going to show a little 2-2-1 zone press. Now they back out of it. Nate Clark brings it in front court. Down to 2 minutes. Clark drives. Kicks it back to Robert Clark. In the corner, and Robert Clark's going to be fouled by Tyler Webb. Tyler's third foul. That's a 10th foul on Twin Springs. And Robert Clark will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. As that put the Blue Devils in the double bonus. So far tonight, Clark is 2 for 5 at the free throw line. Robert, normally a good free throw shooter. This free throw is good by Robert. Robert's 7th point of the ball game. Second free throw bounces out, rebounded by Brandon Webb. Devils with a 4-point lead, 45-41, a minute 45 to go here in the ball game. Harris guarded by Clark. Good pressure. Harris inside spins, wide open, lays it up good. 2-point game. And again, Twin Springs calls timeout with a minute 28 to go, and the Devils lead down to 2 points at 45-43. With that timeout, we'll take a timeout and be back in just a minute. Back at Castlewood High School, 1:28 to go in the ball game. Gate City with a 2-point lead over Twin Springs. It's going to be the Blue Devils ball backcourt. Twin Springs shows 2-2-1 press. Excuse me. But they're back out of it. Devils have it now in front court with a 2-point lead. Robert Clark goes up, shoots, scores, and he's fouled by Tyler Webb. Webb's 4th foul of the game. And Clark, who's put his team up by 4, can make it a 5-point lead. If he can hit this free throw with a minute 13 to go. Free throw good by Robert Clark. Timeout called by Gate City. Robert Clark now with 10 points in the ball game and 6 here in the 4th quarter. I'll have to say that once Milan Milokovic went out of the starting lineup for Gate City, they've been able to get some buckets inside a little bit easier. Milokovic had turned an ankle early in the 3rd quarter and had to come out. That's definitely hurt Coach Scotty Vermillion's team. 1:13 to go. Twin Springs ball. Gate City with a 48-43 lead. Both teams will be in the double bonus for the remaining minute of the ball game. They look inside. Good pressure inside. Ball tip. And we have a hell ball situation. This one belongs to Gate City. Good hustle by Nate Clark. Turnover number 3 here in the only the 3rd turnover for Twin Springs here. As with 59.8 seconds to go, it's going to be the Blue Devils ball. Side back court. Will Hubbard to throw it in, looks, and gets it into Nate Clark, who gets it in front court. Dribbles, drives, baseline, all the way down. And Clark will be the man that, as he makes a miraculous save here, as Castle almost came up with a steal. Clark holds. And Clark is fouled by Harris. That'll be foul number 4 on Harris. Nate Clark will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 in the double bonus. Clark with 17 points in the ball game to lead Gate City in scoring. 36.9 to go. Is at the free throw line to shoot 2 more. Free throw by Nate, no good. Hard to believe. Nate, a real good free throw shooter, normally is now only 2 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. He's normally about a 75-80% free throw shooter. And the second one was no good. Rebounded by Robert Clark of Gate City. And the Blue Devils held the basketball now as Shepard traveled. Good call by Chuck Starnes, because he definitely did travel with 30.9 seconds to go. Turnover Gate City, gives the ball to Twin Springs. They trail by 5. They're going to have a foul call on Nate Clark here with 24.4 to go. That'll be Nate's second foul. And the 10th foul on Gate City, and at the free throw line to shoot 2 is going to be Andy Harris, who has not been to the free throw line tonight. Harris with 4 points on 2 field goals. Free throw good by Harris. 4-point game, 24.5 to go. Second free throw is also good. Makes it a 3-point game, and the Devils, Shepard in front court, needs to pull it out and run the clock here. And with 17 seconds, the Devils work it. And finally, a foul call on 33. That will be Tyler Webb. That's 5 on Webb. We have 12.9 to go. Robert Clark will be back at the free throw line to shoot 2, as both teams are in the double bonus. Clark is 4 for 9 at the free throw line. If he hits one of these, he could pretty well put it out of reach for Twin Springs. .45. Robert Clark at the free throw line, shooting 2. First free throw, listen, good. Makes it a 4-point game and a 2-possession game with 12.9 seconds to go. Second one by Clark is also good. And Twin Springs brings it up with 11 seconds. And a 3-pointer put up, no good. Ball loose on the floor, still loose on the floor. Dingus puts up a 3, and it's good as the ball game ends, but the Blue Devils win. As Castle puts up a 3-pointer, Gate City defeats Twin Springs by the score of 50-48. Here tonight at Castlewood High School to advance to tomorrow night's semifinals against the winner of, to play Council tomorrow night, as Council had a bye. It was a well-played basketball game, close down to the end, but the Blue Devils pulled out a 2-point win, 50-48. 2 biggest free throws that the Devils hit all night were the 2 that Robert Clark hit with about 13 seconds to go. We'll take a timeout. I'll figure up the scores and the highlights, and we'll be back in just a minute. We're back at Castlewood High School, where tonight the Blue Devils have defeated the Twin Springs Titans by a score of 50-48. A very good ball game all the way through. Twin Springs, when they lost Milan Milosevic, hurt them inside, and the Devils were able to get some points with Robert Clark inside in the fourth quarter. So the Blue Devils trying to figure out some scoring here, as Twin Springs outscored Gate City 20-14 in the fourth quarter to make it a 2-point game. As David Castle hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer, the Devils had a 4-point lead, or had a 5-point lead. Castle hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer and cut the gap down to 50-48. The game went this way, scoring-wise, for Twin Springs, who were led in scoring by David Castle, had 3 field goals, 3 3-point field goals, 4 for 5 at the free throw line for 19 points. Milan Milosevic had 6 field goals, and all those came in the first, second, and third quarter, as he got injured late in the third quarter, or early in the first quarter, and he had 12 points. Andy Harris had 2 field goals, 2 for 2 at the free throw line for 6 points. Tyler Webb had 1 field goal, 3 for 4 at the free throw line for 5 points. Brandon Webb, 2 field goals, 1 for 1 at the free throw line for 5 points. And Ben Dingus, 1 for 2 at the free throw line for 2 points.
Drive out tag, move out front, please. C tag, Tennessee tag.
The Titans will whistle for 20 personal fouls in the ball game. They had 14 field goals, 3 3-point field goals, 11 for 14 at the free throw line to get their 48 points. Twin Springs shot 78.5% from the free throw line. And they had a total of 12 turnovers for the ball game. The Blue Devils were led in scoring by Nate Clark, who had 6 field goals, 1 3-point field goal, 2 for 5 from the free throw line for 17 points. Robert Clark had 3 field goals, 6 for 8 at the free throw line for 12 points. And the 2 biggest free throws he hit all night were 2 with about 13.7 seconds to go in the ball game. It gave the Blue Devils a 5-point lead. Next high scorer for Gate City was Everett Shepard, had 3 field goals, 2 for 2 at the free throw line for 8 points. Luke Humphreys had 2 field goals for 4 points. Will Humphreys had a 3-point field goal for 3. Derek Smith had a 3-point field goal for 3 points. And Will Hubbard had a field goal and 0 for 1 at the free throw line for 2 points. Jesse McMurray 1 for 3 at the free throw line for 1. Blue Devils had 15 field goals, 3 3-point field goals, and only hit 11 of 19 at the free throw line for their 50 points. The Blue Devils hit only 57.8% at the free throw line. Gate City was whistled for, or not whistled, but they had 5 turnovers for the ball game. And will whistle for 17 fouls in the ball game. After the scoring went this way, Twin Springs led Gate City 11-8 after 1 quarter of play. Gate City came back with a 14-point second quarter to Twin Springs' 7-point second quarter and led Twin Springs 22-18 at the half. Devils came out in the third quarter, outscored Twin Springs 14-10 to take a 36-28 lead after 3 quarters of play, and then Twin Springs scored 20 in the fourth quarter to the Blue Devils 14, but the Blue Devils held on for a 2-point win, 50-48. So the Blue Devils advance on tomorrow night to play the Council Cobras here at Castlewood High School in the semifinals. This is Larry Shelton for Eric Williams signing off, saying we'll be back Thursday night, not tomorrow night. We'll be back Thursday night for the semifinals of Region D basketball from Castlewood High School. So long.